We did it, boys. Stone Cold Steve Austin is no more. But let me set the picture for you guys. It's time for story time with Adam Cole, baby. Yeah, last week, Stone Cold Steve Austin, he was out there in the ring facing Shinsuke Nakamura because he got his head up his own ass again. And when he thought he had him beat, that's when we showed up. You tried to outsmart us. Again. We're just too smart for you, Austin. You have made this a war. And now the Undisputed Era is going to put you down. And that's what we did. When I drove you through that announce table and left your ass laying. Now the question is, with Austin out of the picture, what's next for the Undisputed Era? Whatever we damn well please. And that's not just a fact, boys and girls. That is undisputed. As the architect makes his way to the ring to burn it down, welcome to No Limits Wrestling. Another action-packed edition for you live here tonight, including later tonight when the NLW Champion Daniel Bryan will return. He's been out of action since an attack from Shinsuke Nakamura on episode 79, but tonight he is back live here on NLW. And you wonder what Daniel Bryan will have to say ahead of the last man standing match against Shinsuke Nakamura at our next pay-per-view, Enter the Dragon. And speaking of Enter the Dragon, as Seth Rollins and the Hurricane lock up for their scheduled match at Enter the Dragon, Seth Rollins is going to go one-on-one, we've just learned, with a brand new signing to NLW, Andrade. And speaking of Andrade, there he is at ringside with his new manager Lita, and Hurricane takes advantage of the distraction. And a Rana from the Hurricane, and a super kick, but an enziguri from Seth Rollins, who misses the curb stomp. And now going for the choke slam, but turned into the ripcord knee. And Seth Rollins with a curb stomp on the Hurricane. And Seth Rollins picks up a quick victory while staring daggers into Lita and her new client, Andrade. It was 2 weeks ago where Lita told Seth Rollins that he was a has-been and that Andrade was going to put him into an early retirement. But we shall see if that happens at Enter the Dragon.
Rest in peace.
Kenny Omega, The Undertaker, caged inside Hell in a cell.
No Limits Wrestling presents Enter the Dragon live on pay-per-view. To get early access to this event, visit www.patreon.com/No Limits Wrestling.
Well, to be fair, Ronda Rousey, she started this. She was the one who, well, let's just face it, she's jealous of Becky Lynch. She was the hot prospect coming into this company, and then Becky Lynch returns and kind of steals the thunder. So I understand where Ronda's coming from, but at the end of the day, Becky Lynch, she's the number one contender, fair and square. Also, the Super X Cup continues here tonight. Another first round match. This time, tag team partners going at it. Gran Metalik versus Lince Dorado. Well, tonight it is partner versus partner, Lucha House Party versus Lucha House Party. But they're still mates. They shake hands, the sportsmanship on display, but now that goes out the window. Metalik with a roll up. And Lince kicks out. And an arm drag. Lince kips up. And another arm drag from Gran Metalik. Handspring. But here comes Gran Metalik with a Hurricane Rana and kips up as well. Who is going on to the quarterfinals? Metalik wants it to be him with that tope con hilo over the top. Wiping out Lince Dorado. And you'll recall a few weeks ago they had a match up against the Usos, which was absolutely incredible. We saw what they could do in tag team action. Now we're getting to see how they fare one-on-one against each other. And Metalik. Oh, but caught. He got caught out with a spinning heel kick from Lince Dorado. And the capoeira, look at that. The Cape Rana moonsault from Lince, couldn't do it. And whipped into the ropes, but look at this parkour style from Gran Metalik as he hits the missile dropkick. Metalik now picks him up. Gonna go for the Metalik driver, perhaps? No! Turned around into a DDT. And Lince Dorado going to the top rope. Lince Dorado going for the shooting star press, but the knees were up. The knees were up from Metalik, and Metalik with a roll up and the victory. Gran Metalik with the roll up after a miscalculation from Lince Dorado, and Gran Metalik is advancing in the Super X Cup. Dorado upset, but Metalik advances in the tournament. Hey guys, just wanted to give a quick shout out to Cringe God, aka DAD Wrestling Pickfed, for being an NLW Champion Patreon backer. A link to his channel will be in the description, along with the list of all of my amazing Patreon backers. If you'd like a shout out, the ability to request a match, and get access to the entirety of NLW Enter the Dragon right now, head over to www.patreon.com/No Limits Wrestling. The link is in the description. Thank you to all of my wonderful Patreon backers listed in the description, including DAD Wrestling Pickfed. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the episode. What an incredible Super X Cup match. And I'll tell you, you want to talk about incredible matches? Look no further than NLW Enter the Dragon. Part 1 of NLW Enter the Dragon will take place starting Saturday, November 28th. But for full show, early access, you can access it right now on Patreon. All you have to do is go to www.patreon.com/No Limits Wrestling and watch the whole show right now for only $3. But the card is shaping up to be an incredible one. We saw earlier tonight, Andrade was scouting out Seth Rollins. They will go one-on-one at Enter the Dragon. It is Andrade's NLW debut. And we saw Becky Lynch get into an argument with Ronda Rousey. Rousey believes she should be the number one contender, but the fact is, it's Becky Lynch, and she challenges Ember Moon. And you want to talk about challenges? Rey Mysterio gonna challenge Ricochet with the X Division Championship on the line. And talking of titles as well, who can forget the Young Bucks? They are the new NLW Tag Team Champions. They will defend against American Alpha. That is, if the Bucks can successfully defend their titles next week. More on that in a moment, but we can't talk about Enter the Dragon without addressing Hell in a Cell. Has Omega signed his own death wish? We will see when he faces The Undertaker in the Cell. And the main event, it is for the NLW title. Daniel Bryan puts the NLW World title on the line against Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match. But another match has just been added to the card. Jeff Hardy goes one-on-one with the Bastard Pac. And earlier today, Pac has some choice words for his Enter the Dragon opponent. Let's go to those comments he made earlier tonight. Hardy, at Enter the Dragon, I am gonna tear you apart. Your lackadaisical attitude pisses me off. Your brother Matt won't be able to save you from the beating at the hands of the bastard. I can be one miserable bastard, you know that. And it doesn't matter if you're Mr. Money in the Bank. Because after I've done with you, I'm gonna pick that contract up and I'm gonna take it as my own. And it doesn't matter when you cash it in, because after Enter the Dragon, I'm gonna be watching you, knowing that I beat you and I'm gonna get my title back. That's all it is, Jeff. You're a stepping stone to that NLW title. And when I'm finished with you, the NLW title will be around my waist, in the hands of the bastard, where it rightfully belongs. Clock's ticking. Jeff, I'll see you at Enter the Dragon. Well, Pacc wants Jeff Hardy. He wants him in that ring and he's going to face him at Enter the Dragon. And speaking of Enter the Dragon, at that event, Shinsuke Nakamura will challenge Daniel Bryan for the World Championship. Daniel Bryan scheduled to return here tonight. But let's talk about what's going to happen next week. Our main event, it is going to be the Young Bucks putting their NLW Tag Team Championships on the line against the Usos. The Bucks have accepted the Usos challenge, and the winner of that match will go on to defend those championships at Enter the Dragon against American Alpha. But not only that, we also have this huge tag team match. Rey Mysterio and Ricochet, the two men who are going to fight for the X Division title at Enter the Dragon, they go against the duo of Minoru Suzuki and Bobby Lashley. And you saw what happened earlier tonight. Lashley showing his power. I'm interested for that tag team matchup as well as the tag title match on the line. Now folks, let's go back to ringside. It's the return of the American Dragon. I have to tell you, I've been waiting all week to see... Oh, what is this? What is this now? Well, last week, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin with the help of the Undisputed Era. And I was expecting Daniel Bryan to come out here tonight and address Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't need to see this man right now after what he did last week. So I guess that his... Oh, wait a minute! Look who's back! Daniel Bryan with a series of chair shots to the spine of Shinsuke Nakamura. Bryan is back for the first time in 4 weeks. And look at that! Big psycho knee marking Nakamura in the process. The NLW World Champion is back. Daniel Bryan set to defend that championship against Shinsuke Nakamura at Enter the Dragon. And it will be a last man standing match. Tonight, Daniel Bryan is the last man standing. But what will happen? Who will be the last man standing when those two face off at Enter the Dragon?